Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get latest updates from learnfatafat.com.
Energy for life processes. Living organisms need energy to perform various activities. It is obtained from the food. Food contains nutrients. On the basis of functions, nutrients are divided as energy-giving nutrients. For example, carbohydrates, fats.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Body-building nutrients. For example, proteins. Protective and regulating nutrients. For example, vitamins and minerals. Nutrition. The process of getting nutrients inside the body and utilizing them for living is called nutrition. There are different ways by which organism obtain its food, called as mode of nutrition. For example, some organisms prepare their food called autotrophs, and some depend on other organisms to obtain their food called heterotrophs. Autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which organisms produce their own food by using simple inorganic substances. For example, most plants are autotrophs. Plants prepare their food by the process called photosynthesis. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It is the mode of nutrition in which organism is dependent on other organisms for obtaining the food. Different organisms have different ways to obtain the food. For example, fungi like yeast, mushrooms, and some carnivorous plants break down the complex food material into simple substances outside the body and then take these inside the body.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Organisms like human being, cat, cow take whole food inside the body and then break down the complex substance into simple substances inside the body. Some animals and plants such as cascata, ticks, lice, leeches, tapeworms derive nutrition from other plants or animals without killing them but causing harm to the host plant or animal. Assimilation. Absorbed food is then transported to tissues and cells for energy production or growth or storage. Egestion. The undigested food then thrown outside the body. This process is called egestion. Plants need food for energy and growth. Green plants obtain food by the process of photosynthesis. Plants absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide and water and convert this into food, that is carbohydrates, in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. Chlorophyll is a green pigment present in chloroplast of the leaves. Process of photosynthesis. Surface of green leaves has small pores called stomata.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Carbon dioxide enters in the leaves through stomata. Roots absorb water and other material from soil and transport it to the leaves and other parts of the plants. Chlorophyll pigment absorbs sunlight. With this energy, water molecule is broken down into hydrogen and oxygen, releasing energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP. This energy is used for the reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Thus, reaction of photosynthesis can be summarized as 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
It is not necessary that all these steps takes place at the same time. For example, in desert, plants absorb carbon dioxide during night and prepares an intermediate product. During day, when sunlight is available, this product is converted to carbohydrates. Site of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplasts. Since chloroplasts are only present in green plants, hence only green plants can produce food by photosynthesis.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Raw materials for photosynthesis. For the process of photosynthesis, plant need carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. Intake of other materials. With carbon dioxide and water, plants also need body building and regulating nutrients such as nitrogen, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, etc. These are obtained from the soil. Nitrogen, which is useful to synthesize proteins, is taken up in organic or inorganic form.
The process of obtaining food is called nutrition. There are various ways by which plants obtain their food. Basically, we can classify nutrition in plants as autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Let's talk about autotrophic mode of nutrition. Green plants absorb carbon dioxide from air and water from soil. With the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, they convert these materials into food. This process is called photosynthesis.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
That means green plants have ability to prepare food for themselves. Such plants are called autotrophs. The kind of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Examples are all green plants, blue-green algae, etc. Now, let's talk about heterotrophic mode of nutrition. There are plants which cannot produce their own food, and so these are dependent on green plants or other organisms for their food. Such mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition could be parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic, or insectivorous. Let's have a closer look over each of them. Parasitic nutrition. Some plants like Cuscuta, locally called amarpale, grows over other plant and obtain nutrients from it. Such plant is called parasite. and the plant over which it grows and obtain nutrients is called host. Such mode of nutrition in which organism obtain nutrient from other organism's body is called as parasitic mode of nutrition.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Other examples of parasitic plants are corpse flower, Rafflesia, etc. Saprophytic nutrition. Some plants, such as mushroom, secrete digestive juices on dead part of the plant or animal so as to convert it into simple substances in solution form. They absorb nutrients from the solution so formed. Such mode of nutrition in which organism obtain nutrients from dead and decaying organic substances is called saprophytic mode of nutrition. And the organism which have this mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. Other examples are bread mold, also known as rhizopus, mucor or pin mold. Often, food like pickle and materials like leather get spoiled because of saprophytes such as fungi. Symbiotic nutrition. There are some organisms which live together like friends. They share shelter and food. In science, we call such relationship as symbiotic relationship. For example, rhizobium bacteria and leguminous plants such as peas, moong, beans, etc. The leguminous plant let the bacteria live in its roots and also provide food to it. On the other hand, the rhizobium bacteria convert nitrogen present in the soil in the form usable by the plant. In this way, both are benefiting from each other. Another example of symbiosis is algae and fungi. It is called lichens. Fungi share shelter, water, and other nutrients to algae. In turn, the algae offer food prepared by photosynthesis to the fungi. Insectivorous nutrition.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Have you ever heard about insect-eating plants? Yes, it is true that some plants like Venus flytrap, pitcher plant can eat insects. They are colorful to attract insects towards them. Part of their body, such as leaves, are modified into trap organs such as pitcher, which helps for catching the insects. The hairs present in the pitcher hold the insect and does not let it escape. With the help of digestive enzymes, they digest the food and obtain nutrients from it. The question is, why do they need to eat insects? Well, the reason is quite simple. There is need of conversion of complex matter in the form which can be used by plants. The job is done by bacteria such as rhizobium. The process of conversion of complex nitrogenous matter into simple forms such as ammonia that can be used by plants is called nitrogen fixation or nitrification. Because of acidic soil, the process could not be completed. In such case, the plants search for other sources of food, which is nothing but the insects.
You're well aware that our atmosphere have about 78% composition of nitrogen gas. It is one of the essential constituent of all living organisms because it is a part of proteins, chlorophyll, nucleic acid, and vitamins. Plants and animals cannot take atmospheric nitrogen as such. Instead, certain bacteria such as Rhizobium and blue-green algae present in soil have ability to convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable compounds of nitrogen. Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now. It is called nitrogen fixation. Rhizobium lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants such as peas, beans, etc. Sometimes, through the action of lightning also, nitrogen gets fixed. Now, once the nitrogen is fixed, that is, converted into usable compounds, plant absorb it from the soil with the help of roots. The absorbed nitrogen is used for the synthesis of plant proteins and different compounds. Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now. All animals, including us, gets these proteins and other nitrogen compounds from plants. When plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert and decompose them into nitrogenous compounds, which are again taken in by the roots of plants. Certain other bacteria convert the waste into nitrogen gas, which goes back in the atmosphere. Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now. In this way, the percentage of nitrogen in atmosphere remains nearly constant, that is 78%. I hope you have understood this topic very well. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe learnfatafat.com and press the bell icon to never miss an updates from learnfatafat.com.